Well, welcome to the second episode of Bearded Opinion. I have my guest here. My second guest is Adam Upton.
How's it going?
Nice to meet you. We're cracking a little bit there, bud.
We can edit that out, right?
We're just talking today. We're just shooting the crap and having how we met, and I guess a little bit on men's health and what you've done in your journey and how I've regained all my weight.
It happens.
That's right. So let's get into it.
Yeah.
Obviously, you introduce yourself and what you do. And
Yeah, so my name's Adam Upton. I met Cody at, can we say
yeah, we can say whatever.
Old Dominion Freight. Yeah, that's what he was a mechanic in the trailer shop.
Long time ago.
And I was a hostler. And that was 11 years ago? 11 years.
How long have you been there?
It'll be 11 years this November.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you started right when I started. My employee number was 6680. You ain't got to say yours because you're still there. I'm no longer there. I started in August 8th of 12.
Yeah, I was November of 14.
Okay, so you was a couple of years.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't really talk to much of the hostlers anyways because, unless I needed something. But in the shop, we had our own thing to move, our own truck to move stuff around. So
And we were young, man.
I just turned 38 yesterday. So
yeah, I'm 37. So we were in our mid-20s.
Yeah,
mid-20s, man. Life was so much different then.
You're still there, and I'm technically still there. I'm a vendor now instead of a employee.
Yeah, you're making the real money, right?
I'm broke. I'm broke.
Yeah. So my first memories of you was coming down to the trailer shop, needing whatever, and just getting made fun of, dude. Just left it. Cody's a bully.
I made funny.
We made fun of each other, man. I was pretty good at talking trash, and then I found you were good at talking trash, and it was your crowd. It was your crowd, so you had the. But yeah, for those people don't know, I used to be bigger than Cody.
Bigger than I am now.
Yeah, I was 334 pounds. Yeah. And we're about the same height. You might be a little taller than me, but
about 6. I'm between 6 foot 6'1".
Yeah, I'm 5'11", so we were right there. But 334, and then how I carry it, man, I carry it all just right in the. Even still now, I'm like 180 pounds, and it's still just like.
You make me sick.
Come on, man.
You make me sick.
Well, it's what keeps me on track, So many people lose, like lose all their weight, and then or lose a lot of weight and then gain it back. I mean, it's.
So going back into this,
yeah,
we met each other at a company we worked for. You, not being rude or disrespectful.
Sure.
Calling him a fat ass, by the way.
Yeah.
He was big, and I'm huge now. I'm heavier than I've ever been. We started a weight loss thing as not a joke, but when we moved to the new terminal in Byhalia,
yeah, it
was a weight loss program that the company was starting, right? They were having some kind of program.
Yeah, they brought in some it was an additional benefit.
Yeah,
that's what it was, and you could just they give you like diabetes help and like free food scales and like body weight scales and stuff like that, and it was a benefit. And I think that was the first year that they came out with that, and we had that program. But you can just go into my weight loss, how we got to that point.
Well. Yeah. Well, I was leading into it.
Gotcha.
But like it started out, you were big. I was big. I was pushing 300 then. I'm 312 now this morning, unfortunately. It started out as everybody in the at the terminal was going to put in $100 and we were going to bet on it.
Yeah.
And then we all put in on it, and then I guess you were broke or whatever and needed that extra money from the people. And you dug down into it and you stayed into it.
Right.
So I'll let you take up from there.
Okay. So we could back it up. It was probably, actually all the way back in high school, I was 300 pounds in the 9th grade. And that's when Atkins was big.
Yeah.
And so I was always scared to like count calories because that meant I'm gonna be hungry. I don't want to. I was scared to be hungry.
Yeah,
especially
me too.
Right, especially when you're a teenage boy. Like, man, you just eat so much food. And then they were like, oh, the Atkins diet, it's all low carb. You don't have to worry about calories, just no carbs. I'm like, well, what food don't have carbs? I didn't know the difference between a carb and a Republican, you know. I had no idea. And it was like, oh, you know, just like all the meats and cheeses. And I'm like, what? I love all that. So I did. So I just hammered just low carb on Atkins and dropped like 70 pounds in ninth grade. And I was feeling good, you know, and I went to the doctor and, you know, annual blood work and stuff. And the doctor called my mom and goes, what are you feeding him? And they said his cholesterol is over 500. Over 5. She said, like, the doctor's like, if he was in his 40s, he'd be going to the ER right now. This is, he's got to stop. And so, I mean, I did. I had to. And it took time to regain, you know, the weight. But every time, like throughout my 20s when I'd attempt to lose weight, all I knew was low carb. And so I would do the same thing, and I would blow up my lipids, cholesterol, triglycerides. I would just blow them up. The doctor would be like, oh, God, how much? Yeah, you lost weight, but you got to deal with this. And so I was at work.
The bad of it.
Right. And so kind of find out, like, how my genetics are not meant for a high-fat, high-protein only diet. And I wasn't restricting at all, like calories. It was, you know, I don't know how many calories it was. It was just all I knew was there was no carbs. But whoops.
No, you're fine. No.
All right. I was at work one day. This is probably 2020, 2021. And I seen this
during COVID.
Yeah, and I had my headset, wear a headset at work, and I listened to stuff on my phone. And I listened to this documentary, and it was about some guy, I can't remember his name, but he was talking about it was humans are like carbivores. And I'm like, he was real pro carbohydrates. I'm like, I'm gonna listen to this. And he made good points. He's like, you know, Asia for thousands of years sustained, you know, mass populations on rice, and you have all the Americas who are on corn, and Europe who are on potatoes, and the only people that really had like medical problems because of
Americans.
What they ate. Well, that, but I'm talking about throughout history were the rich, the kings and stuff, you know, who had access to a lot of like meats and rich, you know, foods. And then that's where you get gout and everything else. But one thing he mentioned was stretch receptors in your stomach. And I'm like, okay. So I started like leaning into that and thinking, well, okay, well, if you eat food that's high in volume but low in calories, you know, you're going to feel full. So I'm like, all right, and then he was all anti-protein and stuff. So I'm like, so I did this experiment, and I was like, I'm not going to eat any meat. I'm like 1,700 calories a day, Monday through Friday, and no meat. And then on the weekends, I'll do what I want.
Is this when you were still big?
Yeah, I was still big.
Was the what you call it going on, the competition going on?
No. This is before that. So I did that, and I was so big that I lost weight, and I dropped like 50 pounds. I got down to like the 270s from the 330s. And then my mom had surgery. She had to have open heart surgery. And that was the whole thing. And apparently it's happened a lot now, man. Like when they're doing this open heart surgery, I've known like 3 other people since my mom. The exact same thing happens. And let me tell you what it was. She went in for open heart surgery. And when they were closing her up, the right side of her heart failed. And so they had to put her back keep her under anesthesia for 2 weeks. And they didn't know what the outcome was going to be. And she had some progression as far as her heart. It was a big waiting game. So after 2 weeks, they took her off the anesthesia, and she came back, but she was she could barely move, man. It was rough to have to see your mom in that position. And eventually she came like mentally all the way back, but she had a trach. So she couldn't talk, but she had to read her lips. Mm-hmm. So every time you visited her, it was traumatic, you know, to have to see your mom, you know, in that position.
Oh, I bet.
It was bad. So at that point, I just ate what I lost 50 pounds by doing this 1,700 calories a day, Monday through Friday, no meat during the week. And but that was gone. And it was a 3-month ordeal where we didn't know what was going to happen with her. Yeah. And she finally passed. And after that, man, it was so traumatic during that whole situation that I've always been relatively disciplined in like ability to make plans and execute plans and think clearly, but that was gone. Yeah, that was like completely gone, and I started to think like it was permanently gone.
I do remember you going through like a depression for a while.
Yeah, it was rough, and so I thought that part of me was completely gone. So it was like I didn't know who I was anymore and didn't care to find out. Like I was just. And so I was at work one day, and I'm thinking about all this, and the Lord spoke to me actually, and he said, "Look, man, you went through trauma." And I'm like, "All right, what's that mean?" And he's like, "Well, think about this. You take a track star who, like, say Usain Bolt.
Yeah.
If he, world champion track runner, if he breaks his ankle, he can still do that, but not right now. He's got to heal first. He's still the same guy. He can still do it, but right now he's got to heal." And I'm like, "Oh man." So that's what it was. I went through trauma. I have to heal from it. I have to grieve, and it's a process.
Oh yeah.
And but you're still that same guy. And it was that day that I started the weight loss competition.
Was it?
Yeah, it was that day. It was that day because once I realized, like, oh, the old me's not gone. He's still there, and I was like, well, all right, let's go then. And so I went there and I went to the office, and it was all the big guys, man. It was everybody, I think, except for you, was over 300 pounds.
Yeah. I was pushing it.
Yeah, you were close, and the deal was whoever could lose the highest percent body weight in 3 months wins the competition. And so I jumped on it, man. I jumped on it hard.
Yeah,
and
you did hard.
Yeah,
everybody was talking about you after about that first month.
Yeah,
everybody was like, "Adam's got it. Just, I'm done. We're just going to pay him."
That's what it was. And it was actually one of the guys in the competition. I want to say his name. He don't work with the company anymore, but he was in the competition, and I was going to play it cool, and I'm not going to talk any trash. I'm just, hey, let's do this, to give it our best effort. And he came in the break room one day, and he was bragging about how much he'd already lost and about how many grams of carbs he had or protein or whatever. And he was just throwing shade. And so at that point, I was like, all right. And I said his name, and I said, "I'm going to tell you something." I said, "You and all the other guys in this competition," we were about 2 weeks in at that point.
Yeah.
And I said, "You and all the other guys in this competition, you've got about 2 more weeks to think you have a chance against me." I said, "Because when you see me in 2 weeks, I'm going to break your spirit." I said, "I'm going to take your souls."
I got in it just for the camaraderie of it.
Yeah.
I did good for a week, and then I was like, "Nah, man, I'm going back to eat fried chicken in the morning and whatever."
Right.
I just threw $100 away.
Yeah. And I learned a lot. So I didn't stick to that whole, like, no meat during the week. I actually just started strictly on the calories and prioritizing protein and going to the gym twice. I was going to the gym twice a day, an hour before work, about 40 minutes after work. Did I say before? Yeah, an hour before. Yeah, at the end of the 3 months, I went from 334 down to 260. Yeah. 260. And after that, because I had restricted so much, like, after that, I was like, look, all right, because it was September was when it ended. It ended in September. Actually, it ended September 21st, 2022, which was my mom's 1 year anniversary of when she passed away. It was. And I didn't even set that up. It just happened to fall on that day. But
and I want to let everybody know he was 100% feeling himself. He's being modest now. He was feeling himself. I got called fat more times. He fat shamed me, folks. Adam Upton fat shamed me.
I did. I was getting you back for all the fat jokes from back in 2014 and
that
15
was with love.
You
was with malice.
No, it wasn't. Ain't no malice at me, man. Come on. But no, what happened? So I had restricted so much during that 3 months that I was like, look, I can't keep. I'm gonna continue to lose weight. I'm gonna do it at a slower pace, and I did. Between September and December, I dropped like only 10 pounds, but it's still a loss. Yeah. You're still going in the right direction. And then you get Christmas and New Year's. And after that, I'm like, all right, I need to hop back on this and really get the rest of this off. And I lost like 30 pounds in 6 weeks. And it was, I pulled the calories back way too much and was doing way too much cardio and threw my heart out of rhythm.
Yeah.
And it just felt like a misfire, man. And it was constant. I mean, it was like all day, every day. And I had my phone at the time. You take your heart rate, and you can see it on there. And I caught it. And it started at work, and I left work, and I was like, all right. I went and got a Subway sandwich.
I remember some of this.
Yeah, and I got a Diet Coke, and I was like, and I went home and took a nap because I was like, my body was shot. I'm freaking out. I'm trying to calm down. I'm like, I'm going to sleep and get up and be better. And I woke up, and it was still happening. Yeah. So I called my doctor, and my doctor's like, all right, come on in. So he comes, I go in the doctor, and he does a EKG, and he sees it. And I showed him the recording, a screen recorder on my phone. He's like, yeah, there it is. He's like, well, we're going to send you to cardiologist. I'm like, all right. I went to cardiologist, and
lost so much weight, you messed your heart up.
Yeah, man. And it's like one of the things you learn, like when you get real deep off into it, you know, it's like, because I mean, even if you have a lot of excess to lose, you can still malnourish yourself. Like you can still pull it way too far back. And a lot of the people who have long-term success will have the same exact story I have when it comes to like, oh, there was periods of time where I didn't eat enough. You know, I was cutting it, and you will lose weight. A lot of it's going to be muscle. But you can drop weight, but it's not good for you. It's not healthy. And I don't cut. I'm actually cutting right now, but I don't cut like
your brother told me yesterday.
Oh, did he? My little brother, my niece's birthday's today, and he was like, "Hey man, what kind of beer are you drinking these days?" I'm like, "I'm not drinking any beer right now. I'm cutting." He was like, "Oh, for real?" And that's kind of like the story of like all my family and friends. It's like, is he cutting now, or is he going to cut up this weekend? Like, where's he at? You know,
he said he was telling me I was washing up to go home yesterday, and he was like, he's worried about getting home and having to eat, and then come to the birthday party and this and that. I'm like, yeah. He's like, man, he's actually kept it off. I said, so me being me, I was like, so you're the fat brother now? And he went, yeah, I guess so. He's like, I've always been he started talking about his shirt. He couldn't button his shirt, so he's wearing an undershirt.
Well, I'll say this about him is, you know, he was the first one when we were kids back in high school. He lost all his weight. Yeah. Like in high school, I went from 300 to 230. And he went from like 290 something down to like 164. He was skinny. He was skinny. He was working at FedEx Ground. And my mom with the phone. It's funny. She was doing the Weight Watchers thing at the time. And so he started just kind of eating what she was eating, and which is all low calorie stuff. And then like slinging boxes at FedEx Ground and just burning a ton of calories. And he shrank up real quick, real fast. But I've seen him do it multiple times throughout his life, and I mean, and when he gets on it, man, he cuts it all the way down. So I've seen him do it, like, and that's a big influence. Like, you know, you see your parents do something or your sibling do something, you're like, oh, I can do that. I can definitely do that. And where was I? Yeah, I threw my heart out of rhythm.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to derail.
Oh, that's fine. I threw it out of rhythm, and it was out of rhythm for 2 weeks. But after that episode, it freaked me out, man. I'm like,
I remember.
I'm like, so I took the next 4 months and just maintained. I ate enough calories. I actually didn't go to the gym. And summer of 2023, I was about 242. So I'd come back up about 10 pounds. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna cut, but I'm gonna cut smart, and I'm gonna get the rest of this off. So from June of 2023 to October, I went from like 242 down to 190. And at 190, I was like, all right, I lost all the weight. And since then,
a human.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, man. And and there's a lot to go into that. My foot shrank, man. My foot shrank. I was a 13, what are they? Triple D or what? The
wide.
Yeah, the wides and fleet feet. So my first time going to the gym, I just showed up because I was so eager to start during the weight loss competition. I was in work boots on a treadmill, tore my feet up. It was bad, man. And so the next day I went to Fleet Feet and got all measured up and got the only shoes they offered that fit me. The only brand no, it was New Balance, but it was like, sorry, this is your only option. You ever been to Fleet Feet? Okay, so what they do is they bring out like you stand on a plate and it measures every like individual foot, the weight, the width, everything,
the pressure points and everything,
and then they go and bring out like 3 or 4 different pairs of stuff that would particularly be good for you. And with me, it was like, we got this pair of New Balances, and I'm like, wrap them up, I'll take them. Yeah, I need them. And so that was my first pair. And then by my third pair, I went from like a 13 super wide to like a 12 regular. And I was like, man, that is, you never think about things like that.
Feet.
Yeah, your foot shrank. You know, you never imagine that. But since I got down to 190, I've gotten all the way down to 167.
When you got there, you looked sickly.
Yeah.
You look like you were on death's door at that time.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I was proud of you.
Right.
But and I've told you, I've come up to you, man, I'm very proud that you've kept it off, because you know, people lose weight.
Right.
And then they keep it off for a month or 2 or 3 months, 6 months.
Yeah.
And then they blow back up. That's what I did.
Yeah.
But so I'm 100% proud of you as a friend, I would still say coworker.
Yeah.
So I mean, we hang out at work still.
Yeah.
And I'm very proud of you for keeping it off.
And I appreciate that, man.
You still look good.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
No fast.
God, dude. So, man, where was I going with that?
Your fat feet.
Yeah, that shrank. Oh yeah, you were talking about how people, they lose it and they gain it back. And man, I kind of don't even want to. People need to know this.
Hey, talk it.
So, if you've ever been very obese, morbidly obese, really big, and you lose all your weight, get this, man. So it's actually easier. Say I'm 183 pounds. Say there's guys I work with who are my same height and weight, but they've never been morbidly obese. It's easier.
I hate those people.
Yeah, there's one guy at work who weighs 165 pounds and he can eat whatever he wants. And I'm like, but okay. So, but I found out that what I was saying is people who have never been morbidly obese can actually consume more calories than someone who weighs the exact same and their same exact activity level. I have to consume less than they do. And they don't, nobody knows that, right? Nobody says that. So you lose all your weight and you end up having to be more disciplined than you even first imagined you would have to be.
Yeah.
I also found out yesterday, I just found this out yesterday. I was on AI, at Talking AI about this stuff.
Yeah.
So it says that formerly obese people, your BMR is your basal metabolic rate. It's
what?
BMR.
Basal
metabolic rate. I think it's basal.
The comments will eat you alive.
It probably
will.
My
10 million subscribers.
Maybe I should Google it right now to make sure I'm right. But it's basically the amount of calories your body burns just from being alive. So if you woke up and just laid still in the bed all day, your heart beating, your thoughts, your breathing, your body burns, and that's what your BMR is. And a person who is formerly obese has a 300 to 400 calorie less BMR than somebody of their exact same weight who's never been formerly obese. And your BMR is kind of like those are your free calorie burns. That's not the gym. That's not work.
Yeah.
That's just what it takes to keep your body going. And so if you plug in 5'11", 37-year-old male, 180 pounds, how many calories to eat to maintain your weight, who goes to the gym and has an active job, they're going to say 2,500 to 3,000 calories a day. And that's true for someone who's never been big. At 190 pounds, I did a test one time for 2 weeks straight for 14 straight days. I ate 1,900 calories a day and went to the gym, went to work, and stayed the exact same weight. So it's like, man, and they say it's because your body your muscles have become more efficient. It's muscle efficiency. Yeah. So, one, to keep you from losing, because your body doesn't like to give up weight.
No, it doesn't.
And then when you do lose like 5%, your body kind of starts to freak out. That's where you hear people hitting plateaus. And, if you cut too hard for too long, you can stall your metabolism, and that's where people hit plateaus. And people think, oh, you have to restrict more and do more cardio or gym or calorie burn, and that's actually not the case. The case is you actually need to reverse out of it. So imagine your body's freaking out, it's scared, right? So you have to kind of tell it, your body's thinking there's no food around. So you have to remind it, hey, there's food, but it's all right.
We're good.
So you can reverse diet out of it, and that's actually a good part of it, because you learn how to go back up without going crazy. Yeah. Right. And so if you execute that right and you jump back on a cut, like, it all helps. And even the most important thing is like maintaining a weight. I've worked with people and they say, well, I hadn't talked to them in a little while, and they say, well, I've got down to this weight, but I'm staying here. Yeah. And I've been here for 6 months and I'm really not trying to lose, but I'm trying to keep it. And a lot of times they feel bad about it. And I'm going, no, you're learning a lot right now. 6 months of just maintaining a weight, especially if it's, you've lost some and then stayed still in your weight, that's a huge plus because you're teaching yourself. You're actually learning how to maintain a weight. And that's the hardest part. Losing it is easy. Maintaining it, that's the key to everything.
It's all hard to me.
Yeah.
It is all hard to me.
Right.
Because during that weight loss program or competition, whatever you want to call it, you lost a ton. And then I was like, after a while, I was like, man, he's ripping weight off. Like you're just shedding pounds.
Yeah.
And I'd come to you. I was starting to help coach softball, and I found out how bad out of shape I was.
Right.
So I'd come to you and said, "Hey, man, look, I want to do something like what you're doing. I want to get some weight off." And we did it for a couple weeks, and then something would happen. I'd fall off the wagon, and I'd fall off the wagon. But I think right after Christmas of 24, I got serious with it.
Yeah.
So like year 25. No, that may have been 24. I can't remember.
I can't remember either, man. To be honest.
I lost 65 pounds.
Yeah.
From doing what you were doing.
Right.
Minus going to the gym. I wasn't even going to the gym. I was just eating right.
Right.
Eating clean.
Yeah. And
I actually started liking it. And the stuff that you were making me for meal prep was great. Most of it was good. Some of it was just like, I'm going to eat it.
Right. But
you started eating good, and it was good. And then on the weekends, I would treat myself to something like Mexican. Yeah. I wouldn't eat everything off the plate, but I would treat myself, and I was dropping weight, feeling great.
Yeah.
And kept it off.
Right.
And was out practicing softball one night and just lost my breath out of nowhere.
Man.
And over something that I shouldn't have lost my breath with, because I was running around with the girls, running laps with them, outrunning them, showing them that I could still outrun these little 14-year-old girls playing softball.
Right.
We were doing pop fly drill, completely run 25 foot to catch a pop fly and completely lost breath. Couldn't catch it back. And then
you're a fast runner.
For a big guy.
Yeah.
I can run from here to that wall real fast as crap, but I can't keep it no more.
Right.
But so out of that, like, that's where I say I went declining. Only because at the time I didn't know what was wrong. I spent a week in the hospital, or 4 or 5 days in the hospital, for a breathing thing, and every time they would come up to me, the little Korean doctor would be like, "You're fat. You're morbidly obese." Walk down the hallway, and I'm sitting there going, couldn't catch a breath. And so I was off work for 6 months, basically in and out, and I gained all my weight back and some. I actually got to 230, where you were at, I think, and then I've dropped back down a little bit just because I'm trying to watch what I eat, but
yeah, you were down to the 230s, man.
No, I was 250. No, 249 was the lowest I got.
Oh, okay.
But I was when I come to you and was like, "Hey, I really want to start this." I was at 305 or 307.
Yeah,
I still got it in my phone because I was keeping track of it forever, right. And I'd gotten down 250 is where I hovered for a while, and I hit 249. And then I started. Well, I actually had maintained 260 for a while. Yeah. And then I was just literally sitting at home doing nothing but sleeping. Right. Or trying to sleep. And then I just, slowly packed it on. And I still, up until about 2 months ago, is when I got my diagnosis that I got restrictive airway disease. Right. And it still bothers me. Like, I'm out there changing all them tires.
Better.
I feel better.
That's good.
And I'm hoping that helps. I don't really feel like that. From what I'm understanding, it's not great what I have. And I'm just going to deal with it until I can't deal with it. Right. But I mean, all them tires and stuff you saw me changing at work yesterday, like, man, I'm huffing and puffing out there. I'm, just.
But would you even been able to do that back
6 months or last year? No.
Yeah, I didn't think you were because you were. I didn't see you for a while. Yeah. And when you did come up there, you were just sitting in the office, like relaxed, and had the huff and puff going on and stuff. And I was like, man, because like I know, from what I know about health, from like breathing, heart, like I know they're linked, but y'all too, like you never smoke,
nope,
don't drink,
like
I'm thinking, man.
Don't chew tobacco.
Right. Never, didn't have like cholesterol problems.
Even now, I still, as big as I am now, I still have good blood pressure. Like, good, like my heart, when I was in the hospital, they kept saying it was panic attacks. I was having panic attacks. Well, I had a 7-8 month panic attack apparently. Right. I just couldn't. And the lady was like, well, you know, her whole thing was walk down the hallway, you'll lose breath. And I'm like, I'm out of breath sitting in a chair. Like I promise you, I will outrun you, doctor. And she was like, you're morbid. Walk down the stairs. You're morbidly obese. And I'm like, yes, I'm fat. Right. I get that I'm fat, but that's where you're going to stop your diagnosis. Oh, he's fat and he's having a panic attack.
Well, the thing is like the way you were breathing, to blame that on obesity.
Yeah.
You're talking a 700-800 pound person. I mean, really, like my 600-pound life, like just sitting there, just laying in a bed out of breath.
Yeah.
You know, and and obviously you weren't that. You were an active person, and you didn't smoke, you didn't drink, your blood pressure was good. Like, I don't know how the doctors could have just been like, oh, it's just obesity. But then, you know, they say, and I hate to get in, like, because this is one of those contingent points, but
we want to be controversial.
Oh yeah. So many, you know, this body positive movement, you know, they say when we go to the doctor, they just say it's overweight, you know, or it's just your weight. It's just everything's my weight, and a part of me's like, yeah, a lot of it is like that is the truth. Like let's handle the big obvious thing and see if we can't have some improvements, because you and I both know you lose some weight, you feel better, you breathe better, you think better, you have more energy. But then situations like this where it's obviously, I mean, it's pretty obvious that it's not a weight issue.
Somebody that has no clue about what my day-to-day is just see some fat guy over here huffing and puffing.
Right.
You know, everybody's all body positivity till they lose weight. Because when I lost my weight, I was feeling myself, baby. I felt great.
Right.
Like Lizzo, everybody, oh, she's fat. Back when she's fat, she's beautiful, she's this, she's great. Hey, whatever. If you like that, go. When she lost all that weight, oh, she got some, you know.
Yeah.
We got to be healthy now.
Well, they're all on the GLP ones now.
Yeah.
It's all the body positive people are now all on the GLP ones, and
it's good for some people.
Yeah.
To me, I don't think the risk outweighs the reward. I'm more, I think what you think, we think alike. A calorie is a calorie. Whether it's a good calorie or a bad calorie, it's a calorie. Because if you go into a deficit, you know, I don't remember how many calories I was on, 1,700 or 1,500. If I went 1,700 calories, if I locked you in the basement and fed you 1,500 calories a day, you would live.
Right.
And you would lose weight.
Right.
If you're 500 pounds and I put you on a 1,500 calorie diet, you're going to drop weight just sitting in a basement locked to a chain.
Oh, yeah. Just like on 600-pound life, you know, doctor now always he's always 1,200 calories a day. I want you to lose.
That's a lot. That's nothing.
Well, yes, it's not a lot, but these people, he tells them, you know, you've already eaten enough for the next 6 years, you know, and it's like you're gonna be okay at this. Yeah. You have plenty to lose, so it's like, okay, well, he puts them on, and they do, and at that size, 600-700 pounds, you can drop 100 pounds a month, like you can, or 2 months, you know, you can. That's not out of the reach at all.
No.
But the shock is for these people, you think they're pounding 10, 15, 20,000 calories a day.
Or a meal.
And down to 1,200, you know. So, I mean, and they're going to lose, but that big, you're that big, you lose 100 pounds. I'm assuming you kind of feel better, maybe. Like I don't even know if you can see it, you know, but that's what hooks it. Like if you're not too far, like if you're like 300 pounds and you drop 30, 40, 50 pounds, that's a significant portion of your overall weight. And you can see it and you can feel it and you feel good, and you know, and that's motivation. That keeps you going. I mean, it makes you want to keep going.
Put a 70-pound backpack on your back and just walk around with it daily.
Right.
Or in your case, 100 and how much? 150?
Yeah, something like that.
So, I mean, your joints are going to be well rested, walking around from what you're used to, you know, so that's all better for everything.
Yeah.
It just, I couldn't imagine which they're not carrying, they're being wheeled in in hospital beds.
Yeah,
for the most part.
Whenever I watch an episode of that, if I see a person who's that big and they're still able to walk, I'm like, all right, they got a chance.
Yeah,
they really got a chance to. But it's the ones that can't walk, man. They can barely get around. Point. It's like, oh man, that's a tough road, man.
And I'm not fat shaming him. I mean, if you want to be big, hey, I promise you, I've been big and thought I was happy at being big. You lose 50 pounds, you're feeling something. Like you're like, oh man, I'm feeling good. I got a lot of energy. I'm not hating on the big guy.
Right.
I talk crap to fat people. Yeah. Because I'm a fat guy.
Sure.
Like you ain't in the fat kid group no more. You can't call me fat.
I got a joke about. I got a funny story about that. Actually.
But if you want to do that, like, who am I to tell you? I want people to be healthy and happy, mainly happy.
Right.
I'm not here to tell anybody in this world you can't do this, you can't do that.
Right. Yeah, I'm the same way. But we both know big don't age well.
No.
And so when you're in your 20s, you can get away with it, man. Yeah. Especially if you're an active big guy. I mean, you hardly feel it, really. And then
you knock on 40.
Yeah.
And
you start getting off. And that's
sleep apnea. I deal with that. I got restrictive or obstructive sleep apnea.
Right.
I will sleep and be sweating, drenched with a fan above me and a fan right here blowing on me because I'm trying to breathe.
Yeah.
I am off and on with my machine trying to get that. It's so hard to sleep with something shoved up your nose and on your face looking like Darth Vader. But I can wear that mask for 4 hours and feel like I slept for 3 days. And I don't want to take a nap. I don't want. Now, when I'm not on that machine, I'm like, I'm driving like. You've seen me at work over.
Oh yeah.
A couple times just to get a nap.
Yeah,
that's not healthy.
I don't know how I never had sleep apnea. I mean, my nose is kind of wide. Like, I can breathe pretty. Yeah, I think so, man. I think I could just really take a good breath, because I don't know. I mean, I had a big neck and everything, dude. I was big, but I never dealt with sleep. What got me was because all the way up until my 30s, losing weight was a vanity thing. That's all it was, and I ended up in the ER twice, thinking I was having a heart attack, and that was an eye opener, and I was like, okay, I've got to, because what started to happen was, you can sit down with a big plate of food, man. You can eat that, and we probably both did growing, just smash.
Still me,
right? Still. Well, what started happening to me was I would eat a big plate of food, and my heart rate would skyrocket, and I would be sitting still and like my heart rate would be like in the 130s, and I would be getting kind of short of breath after a plate of food. And I was like, I knew that felt not normal to me. I knew there had to be something wrong. And so I was like, I don't like this. This is. And so it scared me. And a couple times I ended up in the ER thinking I was having a heart attack. And, because I had, it was the chest pains, and it was the, felt like elephants on your.
No, that's all it was.
One of it was I was drinking too much coffee. That's what it was. It was like a acid reflux or something, they said. But the second time, it was Memorial Day weekend, man, and we had went camping.
Too hard.
Yeah, we went camping and then got up that morning, packed up, got back to the house, and has had a blowout Memorial Day party. Yep. And so I'm in the heat outside. I'm grilling. I'm drinking beer all day. I'm sweating all day long. And I played my buddy in one-on-one basketball at the end of the night. So 330 pounds, and I've been drinking beer and grilling and sweating all day. And then I end it with a very competitive drunken game of basketball of one-on-one. And I woke up, I went to bed that night. I woke up in the middle of the night. My heart was racing, chest pains. And so I drove myself to the ER, man. I was like, oh, this is it. And I get there, of course you say chest pains, you're right back.
Oh, yeah.
I get on back there, and they were like, no, they got some results back. And they were like, you're not having a heart attack, but you are, you're very dehydrated. And I'm like, I bet I am, And so they give me and I'm like, feeling rough from the day before, and they give me these bags of fluid, and I tell you, right back to normal.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I feel great now.
That
okay,
liquid
cool.
IV, baby, is great.
But that was the eye-opener, that was the thing. That was one of the eye-openers where I'm like, I'm not where I used to be, and this might go downhill quick.
Yeah.
And so I gotta do something about it, and I did. It was funny you said I'm not in the fat guy club anymore, whatever you said, because I used to make fat jokes too, and about big guys.
You still do, don't lie.
No, I really don't. And I'll go into that too. But I remember the day I realized I couldn't make fat jokes anymore. So there's a guy at work, and he was in the weight loss competition, big guy. And
Funches?
No. I'm not saying.
You don't say that.
I'm not saying anybody.
Nobody knows who it is.
No. And so I was gonna make a joke one day about, because he sits in this chair. They have the what's that, air ride?
I already know you're talking about.
And so I was thinking, I was like, oh, maybe he does he need bigger springs on that chair or something? I don't know what it was, but I had the thought to say it, thinking I was feeling still part of the. And then I was like, oh wait, you can't say that.
You get in trouble.
Yeah, like, hey, you're not in the club anymore, man. You can't do that. And I'm like, oh yeah, I can't. That's actually mean. Like,
oh, that's mean.
Yeah, that's actually cruel. Like, it's not self-deprecating at all. You're just being mean, man. Yeah. Like,
you're just an asshole.
Yeah, pretty much. And so I'm like, oh, I can't do that. And so, but today, like nowadays, when I see guys, especially in their 30s, who have 100 pounds to lose, my heart goes out to them, man. Like, it really does. Yeah. And I really, because I feel like if they had the right knowledge, like if they had the right tools, just to know some things and kind of care a little bit and go in just in a direction. Mm-hmm. You don't have to jump off a cliff. Yeah. You can just go in another direction, over time and lose the weight. But there's so much BS out there. Oh yeah. It's people get confused and frustrated and have the same fears that, we all big people did it, not eating and not having enough to eat. I don't want to be starving all the time. I don't want to. And like I explained, I've broken all the science down to you about how your body reacts to, the adaptation to losing weight, and how those fears aren't really founded, in anything. It's that first week's going to be rough. Yeah, that first week's you're going to have the cravings.
I eat a lot of pickles just to have something of substance.
Right. But if you stay into it, and a lot of people they'll cheat on the weekends, and I mean they'll really cheat. Oh yeah, and so. They stretch their stomach back out, and so they have to restart the process. And but if you just kind of go like I had you doing, just cutting your calories back during the week, and then a little bit
pizza on the weekends, that was good.
yeah. If you don't completely blow it out over the weekends, you can retain the gains that you made physiologically. So like your upper stomach shrinks because you're eating less volume, and that sucks the first week. But by the second week, you're used to it.
Somewhat, most time.
Yeah, and so if you pull back, if you're pulling back the carbs and you start producing ketones, your body gets really used to that, and so that's kind of cool because once your body kind of starts producing ketones, you're carrying a buffet with you. Yeah. And so whenever your body's like, I need some extra energy, it just pulls it off. It just goes to the buffet, man. Just pulls it off and gets you some. But even if you don't pull the carbs back, you still shrink your upper stomach and you get rid of a lot of the bacteria in your microbiome that craves the sugar and a lot of the bad stuff.
That's real. That's because I still have a sweet tooth, especially at night, late at night. Man, I get that sweet tooth, and I'm like, man, I want a bowl of cereal, and I'm lactose intolerant. I want a bowl of cereal. I want Hershey's drops. My daughter came in there last night for my birthday, give me some Hershey drop nugget things. Like, oh yeah, let me eat one of these at midnight.
Sure, but that's real common.
You get off of that, like you said, your cravings completely go away, and you're like, okay, I'm on a plan. Right. I'm going to stick to that plan. And if you stick to it, it's easy. Yeah. Even if you can still go eat Mexican, go eat a steak, go to Outback. There was stuff at Outback. Hey, I know I'm going to get this, and I can stay within my calories on here, and I'm great.
Right.
And still eating good.
Yeah.
But something bad happens to somebody like what I did, and then it's just like, oh, it derailed it. And then I'm like, oh, woe was me. Then people fall back to where their food's a comfort for me. I didn't realize how bad of a comfort it was.
Yeah.
Until you start gaining this massive fat wad again.
Right.
And
yeah, and there's so many tricks to it. Like you say, on the weekends, you could go and have this, have that. We went to Chili's, man. We went to Chili's, and I was like, I'm cutting. But I know how to do this. So the 3 for me, man. So I'm like, what do we got? 3 for me. What are all the options? And it's like, okay, you get the big QP burger. You trade the fries and you get broccoli instead. And then instead of chips and salsa, get I think it's a chicken tortilla soup or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Okay, all that, the broccoli, the cheeseburger, and the soup, it's like less than 1,100 calories.
Yeah.
It's like a little over 1,000 calories.
And you'll be full for the majority of the day.
Yeah, man. And it's like, so you can still, and that's what people need to realize is like, it's not rabbit food. It's not just rabbit food you can eat, but, apply a little thought, a little discipline, and go in a direction. Just slowly go. And it depends on how fast and hard you want to do it. Like that's your personal motivation, discipline, all that. And you build those things too. It takes time, and it's like giving yourself grace, giving yourself time and an opportunity to show yourself what you can do.
Yeah.
And then what's cool about it is, for me, is one of the things that I didn't realize was the benefit. One of the benefits that I didn't foresee coming was its effect on my family. So, me and my wife, genetically, like we're big. Like we come from big people. And even me genetically, I have genetically bad cholesterol and triglycerides. Like my triglycerides were high in the 2nd grade, man. It's bad. And my doctor now, he was my mom's doctor. And he told me, he's like, you're your mother's son, because even after losing all this weight, I still had slightly elevated cholesterol, slightly elevated blood pressure. And I'm going, he's like, I might want to put you on something. And I'm like, man, I done lost 100 plus pounds. But he's like, I know, but it's genetic. You're your mother's son. And so it's all these little pieces that add up, man, that they go into someone's personal, and there's people who can literally eat absolute junk. And like my wife, she has perfect cholesterol, perfect triglycerides, perfect blood pressure. And I'm thinking, how? Like it feels unfair, but it is genetics.
Yeah.
And so you have to gain the knowledge and learn what you can do, like personally for your own genetic makeup but how to apply nutrition to that. And so my daughter came to me, and this was a couple years ago. And here she had, I
remember this.
Yeah, she had just seen me over the course of like a year and a half lose so much weight, and she was concerned about her weight.
She's 12 or 13 or
She's
something?
13 now, yeah. She's 13.
So she was 11.
Yeah, I think she was. She was in 5th. I know she was in 5th grade. It might have been the end of her 5th grade year, but she came to me and she was like, all right, Dad, I got a plan. And I'm like, all right. You like to hear that as a dad.
Yeah.
They're coming to you. They're not with a plan.
They're seeing you change and want to change.
Yeah. And so she had a sheet of paper out where she had written all this stuff down. She's like, all right, I think I want to wake up at this time, and I want to, this is what I have for breakfast, and this is what I want to do, and I'm just like, okay, all right, that sounds great. I said, well, hey, we're gonna talk to your pediatrician first, Okay. So what we did, we went to her doctor, and it was just had her checked out, and then I had her go sit out in the waiting room, and I talked to the doctor one-on-one, and I said, look, man, I've lost a lot of weight over the past couple of years, and she's really wanting to lose some weight. And he had her chart from me. He knew she needed to,
right, she
could use to lose a few pounds. And I said, but I need a calorie count to keep her on track, keep her on track. And he said, well, we really don't like to give calorie counts for kids. And I said, yeah, I'm not really finding a lot online either.
Yeah.
And I said, but here's the thing. There's been times throughout my journey where I haven't eaten enough, and I want to make sure that doesn't happen to her.
You don't want to have her have problems.
Right. And so I flipped it on him. And so then he was like, oh, okay. He said, all right, what are you kind of seeing online? I'm seeing 1,500, 1,600 calories a day. He goes, I would agree with that. And I said, and correct me if I'm wrong, but she's still growing, so she probably needs more carbs than a full grown adult. And he said, not necessarily. He goes, you can pull those back, but not crazy back.
Yeah.
But fresh fruits and vegetables. Get your carbs from something like
stunner.
that. Right. So we use that, and she dropped like 30 pounds, man.
Really?
Yeah, and has kept it off.
Awesome.
Since then. And like that girl is amazing. Like I'll see her in the kitchen and she'll have the food scale out.
She'll be weighing her food?
Yeah. Weighing her food out, and she'll be telling me about what she has planned for dinner, or what she has planned for this, or what she got up and made herself for breakfast, and it'll be like Greek yogurt and like this really healthy bread and fruit and stuff like that, just all kind of. And I'm like, man, she's amazing. She's done it really well.
And if she keeps that as young, if she learns that young, it's a lot easier to take it through adulthood. It's
a gift you can't buy your kids.
Yep.
You can't go spend any amount of money to be able to instill that. And so it's like I didn't see that coming. And so like when I seen her benefit from what I had done, and I'd done the same thing with myself because I used to smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
And I tried to quit a few times. It was really hard. And but my parents had both quit smoking before in their life. And so I thought one day, hey, if they can quit smoking, I can quit smoking. Mm-hmm. And literally that's the thought that got me over the line, and I quit smoking. I'm like, if my parents can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
And so so she's done that with the weight thing. And it's like, she's going to carry that in through the rest of her life. She knows how to feed herself. Right? She knows what to eat, what not to eat, how much is too much, how little is too little.
Yeah.
She knows these things now. And she's going to, like I said, carry that into the rest of her life and improve upon it, from there. She's not going to be a confused 30-year-old going, well, what do I do,
Yeah.
And so she's going to know what to do,
And she can instill that in her kids at a younger age, not force it on them, but, hey, we're going to eat a little better than this other family.
Right.
It just helps further generation.
Yeah. Part of me can't imagine, man, like if I would have had this knowledge before I had kids, man. Dude, before I had kids, if I would be eating this way before I had kids, and then they had never, but when we had kids, we were never going to take them to McDonald's, never going to eat it, and we didn't.
It's convenient.
Well, my mom was the first one, dude. She sends me a picture one day. She had the girls and they were at Burger King, dude, and she's got the nuggets and all this stuff. And my daughter's got the Burger King crown on, dude. And I'm going, no, this is, oh gosh, here we go. But it's if your kids never get used to, but we're Americans, man. Yeah. Like you're gonna
like pop. Literally, it's that, but it's
zero sugar, man.
Yeah, it's better than going and getting a bucket of Kool-Aid and drinking Kool-Aid.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, drinking calories is it's horrible.
Man, you drink something like this, and it's 190, 250 calories for that.
Right.
That's a quarter or a third, or not, a tenth, if you're going to 2,000,
right,
of what you can have for the day.
Yeah.
Then that's a lot or more. I mean, if it's, some of them are 400 calories or energy drinks.
Yeah, I've seen those.
And I'm a world's worst, which I do like the Red Bull, Diet Red Bull, or the whatever, sugar-free, calorie-free, whatever they are. Those are good.
Yeah. Have you tried the one with the monk fruit sweetened Red Bulls?
Everybody keeps talking about monk fruit. I hadn't had anything monk fruit.
Oh, man.
I like the strawberry apricot and the blueberry.
Oh, the Red Bulls?
Yeah.
Yeah. Monk fruit sweetener, man. That's it's a good one. It's a 1-to-1 sugar substitute, and so it's not sweeter than sugar. It's like a 1-to-1 replacement, but it's better for you than, like they say, better than like aspartame, like Sweet and Low and saccharin and all those. Monk fruit, specifically with this other natural sugar called allulose. Allulose is really interesting because, and I'm going to misquote this test they did, but they took like 3 muffins, and like one was a regular muffin with sugar. The other one was like
Splenda or whatever.
Yeah, and then one was allulose. And they measured these people's glucose after eating all 3, and they actually found that the one with allulose, it raised the blood sugar, I think it was the least, but then when it came back down, it went further down than either the sweet and low sweetened one or the real sugar one. And so they started thinking, okay, there might be actual health benefits to allulose. So allulose by itself is not good. You can buy just allulose powder, and it's bad. But they've now started making monk fruit with allulose.
Yeah.
And that's what I use like in my coffee in the mornings. That's what I use. And it's easier on your stomach. A lot of those are bad. Like they're hard on your stomach.
Yeah.
Cause issues. Monk fruit don't, man. And I like it.
You remember Pops Eric in the trailer shop at Old Man White?
I remember Eric, yeah.
Eric.
Yeah.
I call him Pops.
I got you.
We're still big buddies. I went to his house 2 nights ago to give him some stuff for the snow he'd done for us. And he knows about all my health stuff, yada, yada, and talking about all that. He's giving me, he went and bought all this stuff for me to take. And it's, some of that stuff is, well, they were talking about sweet tea with monk fruit. No, not sweet tea. No. It was lemonade.
Okay.
They take real lemons. One. That's their him and his wife. They're, I guess, herbalists. They grow everything, or they're getting into nature hard. And they were talking about getting lemonade, a real lemon, but it wasn't concentrate, and they make lemonade, and that's what they drink all week long with the monk fruit something. I couldn't remember the last part of it. And that's what they drink, for flavored water or lemon,
Right.
Because when I'm eating something, I can drink water all day long. I can. Our house has the best well water I've ever had. Okay. I can drink that all day long. Yeah. But when I'm eating something, I want a flavor.
Right.
Whether it's a lemonade or something, I want flavor, and that's what they do. That's what they eat with. But he went and bought me all this stuff to take, and he's like, I'm gonna let you read about it. You don't have to take it,
right? But
I want you to take it. Like, he gave me some ivermectin, which is what you give horses for worms and stuff.
Yeah. Have you taken that?
I have. I gotta go back and relook at everything, because we were talking, because I was talking about my cognitive. I feel like it's declined.
Yeah.
It may just be me, forgetting stuff. But he's like, he was saying, all these different people that have had, Alzheimer's and stuff, they had worms in their brain. And I went, oh, that kind of. He's like, I'm not telling you to come in here and drink this whole bottle. But if you want to, test it, see what it does. And then, I'm really weird about what I put in my body.
Yeah.
As you can tell, I will eat the mess out of some jacked up food.
Right.
But it's like, I rarely will take an Advil unless I'm hurting. Like, my shoulder right now is killing me from softball. We're just kicking back on softball.
Yeah.
So, but I'm going to do some research on it. And him and his wife have have changed a lot when it, just the herbalist and natural healing stuff. And so I'm gonna look into that too.
Yeah, check it out. How's Eric doing?
He's doing good. He's working, doing odd and end things. Like, he redoes horse trailers and stuff. That old man's going to work till he dies.
Oh yeah.
He's a worker.
Yeah.
He's a worker.
Yeah,
he retired and then went back to work.
He bought a few sets of tires from me back when I used to sell tires.
He still buys cars and sells them, and he does everything he does.
Because he retired in like 2016, 17, 18?
Yeah, it was before I quit.
Yeah. Oh, Eric, man. Golly.
I knew we was going to fill plenty of time with us talking about this. I think this was a fun episode. I've learned a lot. And then I know that the people that are going to watch it, I think they're going to find it interesting.
Yeah, hopefully so.
I mean, we didn't even get into the ugly side of, the downside of the weight loss with, family and friends and all that. And
body dysmorphia. Yeah. That's the biggest thing, man. Body dysmorphia. And I still struggle with it today, because it's like, you don't know really what's underneath there until you lose all the weight, and you have this thought in your head of what it's going to look like. And then it's like, oh man. And it's like, actually, no, man. And you're like, well, okay, well, there are all these other benefits to it, but that is a whole thing. A lot of people do that, man. They lose all their weight, and they were used to not caring what they look like when I'm big. I'm just big.
I'm happy.
Right.
You're not happy. You think you're happy.
But you never think about what you look like because you're like, oh, I'm big. And then you lose all the weight and you get this, you put time and effort. You start respecting yourself. Yeah. That's actually what it is. It's really self-respect. Like you learn how to respect yourself in that way. And then you go, oh, man. And then you see what's bad is I've lost a bunch of weight with other guys who have lost a bunch of weight. And, man, they're just natural studs anyways, So, like, they were big football players back in the day. So their body was naturally anabolic from a young age, which makes a huge difference.
Oh, yeah.
Get your kids in sports, I'm telling you. Keep them in there. Especially, the football guys, like, man, you put on muscle when you're young. And it affects your whole life. Like you still retain a lot of that shape and stuff. But
my cousin's son, he wrestles. Now he's an Iowa boy. He's lived in Iowa his whole life, so he's been a big corn-fed bread joker his whole life. But he started wrestling, and I mean, he's 13. I don't see him often because I don't get to see him when he comes. He spends time with his daddy when he comes here. But he is solid. Like he is a solid young man, and
yeah.
Even at 12 years old, 13 years old, I would hate for that kid to grab a hold of me. My best friend's son, he's a pencil. He's smaller than this microphone right here. But I promise you, he will grab you. Now, I'm going to gut punch him, but he is.
Right.
They're different. They're built different than we are.
I went to high school with an Italian kid, man. He was maybe 160, 170 pounds, maybe. And he was, as a freshman, he was beating senior football players in arm wrestling. And it made no sense. Yeah. Absolutely no sense. Nick Poindexter was his name. Now, that was his grandpa. His actual last name was Novarese, Nicholas Novarese. And he was raised by his... Do what?
Strong name.
Yeah.
Novarese.
Yeah, he was raised by his grandparents. So, do you ever meet kids like back in high school that like were raised by their grandparents? At any point in your life, they're different. They're they're a little different and
more respectful, I bet.
Right? Yeah. There was some old school quality about those kind of kids who were like raised by only had a grand.
We don't pick on this kid. We stand up for these kids. And
yeah, but he got that guy got YouTube first came out. He got really big into conspiracies, like big, like real big. Like he was standing on the streets protesting stuff and yeah. And I hadn't,
which is his right.
Sure, yeah, knock yourself out, man. Go for it. But I hadn't seen or heard from that guy in years, man. So I don't know what happened to him. He's not on any
government.
Oh, I don't know. Might have been. We could, man. The next episode we can do some conspiracy stuff, dude. That'd be fun.
I know you get out there with some stuff.
It's all for entertainment, man. Like so many people, like, well, what do you believe now? I'm like, I don't believe in the whole flat Earth thing. That's dude. So it's like, I like to just be the instigator. Just throw us. What do you really believe? I'm like, hey,
you like to be one? Me.
Yeah, that's true too. But I'm like, it's just fun.
Could you imagine us just, if we had a guest that thought something was something different than we thought, they'd go home crying. They'd go home crying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we talk much crap at work.
Man, me and you on the same page about something? Oh, man, that would be rough. That'd be rough for anybody, dude. You know what? That's something we've never done, man. Like in any situation.
We got open forum now.
Yeah.
We have an open forum.
Yeah.
So I think this is fun. I love this stuff.
Me too, man.
We come in here, we're just talking about weight loss stuff right now. You get in here and start riffing about stupid stuff.
Oh, dude.
It would be just.
Yeah. I've got some ideas.
Come back.
I'm definitely coming back. Whenever you want me to. I'll make the 30 minutes from here, man. I'll drive down. This has been really fun. I want to clarify. Anything I've said about health or diet, or I am not a physician. I'm not a doctor. This is not.
It's all personal use.
Yeah, this is all things that I did. I can't tell anybody to do anything. I can't. I legally can't even like give anybody like a calorie count.
Yeah. Well,
I can't accept money for that.
You're not a nutritionist.
Right, exactly. So,
well, then he owes me a bunch of money.
Yeah, if you're currently having weight issues, talk to your doctor.
Or AI.
or AI. Get on AI. Hey,
that thing lies to you all the time.
Does it really?
Yeah. There's been so many things where people will ask it questions.
Yeah.
And then it'll be like, oh, yeah, da-da-da. This is just say you ask about a certain location. Oh yeah, this place is known for such. And then you're like, no, it's not. Like, right. It was never known for that. This place just come into existence in a year, and they're saying it's back in 50 years ago. And then you clarify, no, I'm talking about this building, this address. It was established at this time. Oh, well, no, this is where it was at, blah, 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 blah. And then there's another, it's not I guess it is AI. It's something else that fact checks AI.
Okay.
And then, but the thing, it's constantly wrong.
Is it like all of them, or is it like just ChatGPT? Because I never used like ChatGPT or
It's
Grok.
all of it. It's all of it.
All of it. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if you want to design a logo or something, yeah. But like it can infringe on some kind of copyright. And then now they're changing it to where AI, they want AI to not be able to be copyrighted or something. I forget. I'd have to look back into it, but I was hearing something where AI was causing a bunch of problems with logo companies and this and that because they were getting in part of it, and then people were trying to say, "Oh, well, I created this." No, a machine created it, and it was turning into. It was a bunch of stuff in I think California, but they got stupid laws.
Yeah, how long until we all like AI just takes over everything, man? And then what's going to happen to us common folks, dude?
Well, there's all kinds of movies about AI will take over, and we're a lesser being. Yeah, man. But I can come over here and unplug every one of these cameras, and they can't plug themselves back in. So I don't. Yeah. Right. I have some robot.
Dude, did you see the robots China just displayed? They're doing kung fu and backflips and all in unison, like 50. That could have been AI.
Yeah, see, there's so much crap online though.
Yeah, that is true. Tesla, he's coming out with his own robot. It's like $20,000 and can do everything, cook, clean, all that.
I call BS.
Yeah, I
call BS because there's so much stuff that he overpromises and underdelivers on.
Yeah, yeah.
But he's making autonomous cars and stuff like that. Yeah, okay, cool. But you look at how many of them start having wrecks or going the wrong way, wrong roads.
Right.
But I hate to cut it short. I know we got to get out of here today, and you got stuff to do. And
yeah, birthday party.
Mr. Derek got plenty of stuff to do, and I gotta go back to work.
And are you working today?
Yeah, I gotta go to my shop and work.
Okay,
and come back right here at my mom's house and do a birthday party.
Oh, you're doing a birthday party today too?
Unfortunately, yeah, mine.
Oh, it's your birthday. When was your birthday?
Yesterday.
Well, happy birthday. I didn't know, man.
Yeah, no.
Happy birthday. Golly.
You're a sorry friend.
No, I'm sorry, man. You're right. God, I feel horrible, man. I didn't know. I really didn't know.
You're good.
I've never known. When's my birthday?
I do know. It's June, isn't it?
No.
When is it?
November?
No. November. Yeah, my brothers and sisters is the 13th. Yours is, is it the 16th?
21st.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, November 21st. Yeah, but that's...
I know it when it comes around.
Does Facebook tell you?
I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on any social
That's
media.
what I say. So normally it'll tell you. It'd tell me it would have been your birthday, but that's why I wasn't able to.
Yeah, I'm on nothing. Nothing.
You did just say early in this podcast you were 38 yesterday, didn't you? Oh, it is right over my head, man.
That thinning hair over there.
Oh, man. Golly. You had to bust me out on that. Should I whip out a fat joke? Should I
do it? See what happens.
No, I'm better than that, man. Okay. I'm better than that. And you're a lot bigger than me. Might beat me up.
Is there a cricket sound over here? It's been fun, man. I appreciate you. Dude. We're definitely gonna do this again.
Yeah. Just let me know when.
Mr. Derek.